Your father would be happy to come to the farmer's company.
You'll be off raiding for months, not years. Shorter than your trade routes, even. The farm and I will still be here when you return.
And return I shall.
You had better, or I'll come find you.
Trick, do you have any questions for me before I leave?
No. I'll take good care of Gunhilda's reputation while you're away.
I doubt she'll need help, but I'll be glad to know you're here all the same.
Come, Thorstein. The market waits for no man.
Coming, my love.
Coddle him, my love. He's a grown man, not an errant child.
Slaves, talk, Gunhilda. If he returns to his family and says we mistreated him, I might find myself in a duel.
No duels until you've worked on your swordsmanship.
I'm sure to get practice on this expedition with Harold. Our enemies may not fight with blunted blades, but he's promised me the children of Stavanger are far more fierce.
The children who struck you as you lay sleeping, then ran away laughing? You'll need to keep your wits about you, if so.
Ulf, good morning.
My mother loved the fine woolen cloak you sold me. The stitching is exquisite.
Of course. My wife takes great pride in her needlework, with good reason.
You must have been blessed by Heimdall. A vision so keen and hands so steady.
Only a talented mother and a very patient husband.
Give Alvik a kiss from me next time you see her.
I will. Fortune guide you, friend.
Just think. After a few raids, we'll have enough silver to leave this place for good.
Have you not been happy here?
With you, I would be happy anywhere. But Stavanger is small.
Too small for the grand dreams of the shepherd girl.
And why not? Even a worm may one day hold up the sky.
Come. Mikael has promised to aid you in my affairs while I'm at sea. You'll have plenty of time to dream while I'm gone. Mikael, it's a fine day for a little business, don't you think?
Get away from here, Thorstein! I won't be seen dealing with an oathbreaker!
A what?
Keep your voices down. On what grounds do you base this outrageous claim?
That is for you and Bjorn to discuss!
I can't believe he'd betray me like this.
You haven't known Mikael that long. He has to protect his own reputation first.
Not him, Bjorn.
Ah, he's always sniffing about your trades like a wild dog. He envies your success and wishes to take it for himself.
Well, we won't let him. We've worked too hard for him to take this chance away from us now. We will not let Bjorn get away with this, I swear it. What have you done? What falsehoods have you been spreading about my family's honor?
Nothing but the truth. This sail your wife made, that you sold me, is as rotten as your intentions. You wish for me and my men to drown on the open ocean, where our bodies would never be found.
Are you a fool? Even if I wanted to leave you stranded and sail west alone, Harold would never allow it. He would make me rescue you, and then we would all be doomed.
I don't claim to understand you, Oathbreaker, but your methods are plain. I believe I'll go inform Harold of your duplicity. He should be arriving any moment now.
My love, that is no work of mine.
I know. This was done by a hand far coarser than yours. Bjorn is trying to sabotage my place on the expedition.
You cannot let him accuse you in front of the Assembly. No chieftain would ever take you on again. I will not see my parents starve because of Bjorn's lies.
Then I must gather evidence and bring his falsehoods to light.
I will speak with the wives, to rally them to our cause. And I will pray to the Haminja for guidance.
Our ancestors will give you wise counsel, I'm sure of it. I'll see you outside the Assembly.
If I were an impulsive oaf, why would I hide a sail?
These crates came from North. No local wares there. Tell me, did Bjorn accept any wares these past few days?
Surely he did. I carried them myself. Wet and nasty they were, smelling as if they'd been stored at the water's edge.
Did you happen to see what was inside?
No, but it had that damp sheep smell. Wool, I suppose.
Thank you, my friend. That is Gunhilda's stitching. So Bjorn planned to take her sail for himself after all. It will need to be more than my word against Bjorn. I'll need people to vouch for me as well. Friends, neighbors, listen to me. Bjorn has declared me Oathbreaker, calling my good name into question.
We saw the sail. It would have torn in the first gust of wind.
That was a sail he bought from Notfall, carried to us in sea-soaked wood. My wife's sail he kept aside for himself, to use once he reached the open sea.
I am familiar with Gunhilda's stitching. That sail was no work of her hands.
What reason does Björn have to lie? If revealing the truth is as simple as you say.
He hoped to turn Harold against me, to keep me from tomorrow's expedition, to hide the truth until I had already been exiled. If you care for we who will travel with him, this insult cannot go unanswered. He would endanger his crew for a petty grievance. He is unworthy of command. Free men of Stavanger, hear me. We must inform the Assembly. We must inform Harold Jarl. Only then will our safe return be assured. Are you with me?
The assembly is about to start. I need to find Gunhilda.
I found your sail and the mark of the goods Bjorn claimed were ours. His lies are already falling apart.
You've done well, but I fear what you have found may not be enough to convince the Assembly. What will you do?
I will demand a Manyapnata and declare my own deeds as evidence that my word holds more weight than Bjorn's. His reputation cannot compete with ours.
A sound plan. I have rallied the wives to our cause and prayed to the gods. Even if you lose, my silver-tongued warrior, the women will make the Assembly see reason.
I see my heart beats as fiercely as ever.
Go now. Reclaim our honor.
Forsetti, bless me as I defend my honor.
Thorstein Oathbreaker! Come to beg forgiveness with your tail between your legs!
Men of the Assembly, Bjorn claimed a sail I sold him was rotten. But I have found Gunhilda's work hidden, and the sail he claimed was mine came in sea-soaked wood from Notfall. He sought to ruin my reputation to cover up his poor trade, all so he could claim Harold's favor as his own.
Thorstein, if what you say is true, Bjorn is guilty of lying, injury to your reputation, and of an arrogance that could have led to the deaths of his crew and yours. Yet he was the one to bring you before the Assembly. So now you must choose. How will you defend your honor?
We will have combat aplenty across the sea. I choose the Manyapnatar.
Come then. My tongue is as sharp as my blade. Declare yourself worthy, if you can. I'm the finest of navigators, at home on the sea.
Yet the ships and the rations were handpicked by me.
True, but I was the first to be picked for this crew.
And Harold sought me when he already had you.
How can he believe you are the better choice? You're playing him for a fool! You're a liar, a thief, and a braggart! A pest!
My worst is still better than you at your best.
No truer words have ever been spoken. It's a shame I have to step in. It's clear that Thorstein is the one who has been wronged. It is my suggestion that Bjorn be removed from my expedition and exiled, never to return. His lands and trade goods will be forfeit, gone to pay the costs of finding another navigator with so little time to spare.
No, Harald.
Do not draw more of my wrath upon yourself. I could have named you a murderer and demanded your death.
What say you, men of Stavanger? Do you accept the terms put forth by Harald Jarl?
We choose exile.
Exile.
Exile! Then it is decided. Now come, Thorstein. We have a navigator to find.
Brother Elrich, awaken.
I'd best not keep the abbess waiting.
I know the journey was hard on you, so I'll let you sleep through the dawn prayer.
Good morning, abbess. Thank you.
Now, the sun is rising. You must not miss Prime.
I appreciate the reprieve and the awakening.
Call it a weakness. Your father's name will be a stone around your neck in Ealing. You've a difficult path ahead of you, I'm afraid.
Yes, abbess.
Well, there's nothing to be done about it. Better you prove yourself early than risk becoming the subject of gossip.
I will, abbess.
You may break your fast in the kitchen with the others once your prayers are concluded. We don't frown on piety here, brother. Should you wish to stay at chapel to pray to the Lord once your duties are concluded, you may be assured that food will be available to you, as long as you go to the kitchen before terce.
That's mid-morning?
Precisely, my son.
I must not miss Prime.
Yet, the scriptures...
These scriptures are there as a guide, my son.
Pater noster, qui es in caelis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum. Fiat voluntas tua, sicut in caelo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitti nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris. Et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Amen.
Time to eat. Are you well, Brother Oswin?
We must have silence at the Lord's table.
Brother!
Very well. Take him to the infirmary if you must. But the bishop shall hear of your defiance.
Tell me, Oswin, where does it hurt?
Everywhere, brother! It's like there's fire in my veins!
I will find a way to ease your pain. I promise. I must find the monk in charge. Father Bertwald, was it?
I hope you can treat that patient yourself. God, in his infinite wisdom, only gave me to...
The patient speaks of fire in the veins, Father.
An uncommon ailment, and one I don't know by heart. The scribes often copy remedies in the scriptorium. You may be able to find something there to aid you. But if not, Sister Winifred will be able to help.
Yes, Father. Scriptorium. Right, I remember where that was.
Yes?
Can I help you, brother?
To Ekenda, se minsta thaf nuna rof. On each tach sam yeshu.
Oh! Let me just... Ah, no.
Each before the swa.
No.
Nixtan mundes flod. For the elders use.
No.
It's a full freeman.
Du habest. Nan overne bod haben des ne. Heist. You wis.
No luck. I'll have to ask Sister Winifred. Sister Winifred! I've looked but can't find a remedy. Tell me, what is the cure for fire in the veins?
A dire challenge indeed. Ox's recipe for pain should aid us here. You will need double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and wormwood. Though with the raids nearby of late, and the early first frost, you may have trouble with the latter.
Is there anything that can replace it?
Well, I have heard that dust from a relic can have miraculous properties. We're blessed here in Ellie to have several. Perhaps, if you gather some, the saints will intercede on your patient's behalf.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. Double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and the dust of a relic. Should be simple enough. They might have ale in the kitchens. One found. 3 to find. The relics are kept at the back of the chapel. That's 2. Halfway done. The nuns had set up to gather honey round here. Do I just take it? Or...
Careful, brother. You wouldn't want to get stung. The bees jealously guard their golden hoard.
I need honey for a remedy. Can you help me?
Of course. Take the honey from the table. I'll gather more for the abbess.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. And that's the 3rd. Now for the last. Feverfew grows best in full sun. What does feverfew look like again?
Good morrow, brother. What brings you to the woods?
Good morrow. Do you know where I could gather feverfew or wormwood?
No wormwood left this season. As for feverfew, no small white daisies are what you seek.
Thank you, brother. God bless you. Feverfew grows best in full sun. And hopefully far from the sisters' bees. I have everything I need. Now to mix it.
Sister Winifred brought me the recipe from the scriptorium. And now I am delighted to discover you know the use of the mixing bench too. Would that God had sent you to me sooner? The infirmary would be in far better shape.
I spent many summers mixing poultices for the townsfolk in Canterbury.
Then I shall observe and hopefully learn some new tricks of my own. What was the first ingredient in Sister Winifred's remedy?
The first ingredient is double brewed ale.
Which two ingredients did you gather in the forest?
It was feverfew and honey to ease the throat.
What did Sister Winifred suggest you substitute for the final ingredient?
Dust from a relic is said to cure many ills. There. Done. This should ease Brother Oswin's pain. Here, brother, drink this. It will ease your pain.
Thank you, brother. I can feel it working already. How fortunate I am that God sent you in my time of need.
Rest now. Soon you'll be back on your feet.
Brother Elrich, you must come at once.
What's the matter, brother?
Do you not hear the bells? The abbess requires your presence at chapel immediately.
I'll go as soon as I'm done helping Brother Oswin.
No, you must go now. Hurry!
I hope the abbess will tell me what's going on. Abbess, what is happening?
Come with me, Brother Elrich. The heathens are on their way, and we must secure the relics before they approach.
Then we shall all flee together?
No, brother. The others prepare to fight. Collect the reliquary, please.
Forgive me, blessed saints, but I must carry you from your place of rest.
Now come, we have no time to spare. Take the relic to your father. Our families may share no love, but we are of a mind when it comes to the Lord. He will know what to do.
That man is a stranger to me.
As was our Lord Jesus Christ when he died on the cross for our sins. Help often comes from unexpected hands, brother. Now, follow quickly. Into the catacombs. Remain swift and silent.
Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
so I pried the book from his hands and tore the covers off to bring home. I'll be able to afford another slave this harvest season, at the very least.
These Saxons and their books. You'd think they were more precious than their own lives, but if no one lives to speak of what's written down, who will remember it?
Not to speak of how they treat their dead, putting bones or pieces of wood inside golden boxes. How this honors their god, I'll never understand.
Waiting won't make it any easier.
Thorstein, the hero of men. I could not let you pass without experiencing the sting of your wit.
The mood I'm in, you'd best hope for a stinging rather than a lashing.
Then let's begin. On the Isle of Ely, great riches were won.
A victory some of us wish were undone.
Oh, intriguing and well spoken. I've heard of your legend, your grace and prowess.
You said it yourself. I've no need to impress.
The merchant with the silver tongue strikes again. It's a shame Harald Jarl outshines you so brightly.
He outshines us both. He's so sprightly.
Weak, I'm afraid. How disappointing.
I trust you have been stung enough for now.
Thorstein, the hero of many tales.
Thorstein!
There's something I must say, my Jarl.
So formal. Did the crossing scour our friendship from your mind?
It did not. It's only by friendship that I am brave enough to speak.
Tell me then. I'm listening.
I tire of raiding Harald. I want to settle where there's rich, dark soil for the taking. I want to make a place of our own where I can live out my days with my wife.
You're young yet, my friend. Plenty of time to grow old with a bouncing infant on each knee.
No, my Jarl. I've delayed too long already. Today I search for a ship.
I have none to spare.
Then I shall purchase one.
Commission, perhaps. I hope this folly of yours can withstand a year's wait.
If that is what it takes. It is no slight to you, my Jarl. My love for you has not waned, but my love for my wife only grows stronger with each absence. I hope you will bless my journey in time.
Go.
I'd best tell Brunhilde we will have no help from our king.
And they're going to bring it all the way from
Well, how did it go with Harald?
Harald will not stand in our way, but neither will he help us.
Oh, At least he could give you his blessing.
He did not.
Oh, my love. He will come around. His love for you flows deep, but its pull is as strong as the tides.
I see you've made good on your promise to find us traveling companions at least.
This group of good-for-nothings, they're only here as ballast.
Ah, then find a ballast I've never seen. It's a good start, but we will need more men.
And the navigator, I know. I've gathered a list of names already.
Ah, my lady Stjarna. Imvolder, I need a ship. My wife and I leave for the land across the sea.
Harald won't pay for such a vessel, I'm sure. Did you really fill your pockets that well on your last raid?
I have gold enough to cover the cost.
Wood, sails, and all?
Gunhilda's family will provide the sail. The rest I will purchase.
Ah, you're a lucky man.
I know.
Speak with Skaga for a pine mast, then, and yarn for the nails. Tell him I'll expect him to be on time with his deliveries in the future.
I'll see what I can do. Imvolder sent me.
Of course he did. He tried those nails from Aval's nest, and I bet they fell apart in the salt water. I use nothing but pure iron, which is why he hates my prices. But at least you won't find yourself suddenly sailing in a bucket full of holes. Head inside the shop. You can take a box from the stack against the back wall. But tell him he'll have to pay up front if he wants more.
I'm the one funding the construction of this ship. You will be paid in full.
I have no doubt. Eventually. Imvaldir makes ships that sing on the ocean waves. But mundane thoughts of silver and debt never seem to enter his mind. Don't worry, I'll talk to him. Go get your nails.
Thorstein, what brings you to my yard?
Imvolder sent me.
Oak or pine?
I'm sorry, what?
Into shipbuilding, are you? Come with me. You'll learn better by doing. Use that axe to remove the bark from this log. Underneath you will find silken pine, flexible and light, that will bend in the wind. Perfect for a mast. Once you have a sense of the wood, come find me and I will show you another. Tap in the wedges gently. We want this log to split as straight as possible. That way we will have long, hard boards of oak for the hull of your ship to protect you and your fellow. I'll wait for you over there. Planing the wood ensures a tight fit between the boards, leaving no gaps or knots that might give way in the middle of the sea. The smoother the joints, the smoother your journey. Now, which type of wood did Imbolde send you for?
Pine for a mast.
I'll send your new mast to the shipyard as soon as it's ready.
Finally you return. Now, there's one last step to take. Come with me. Which animal would you like best for your prow? I have 3 available, so you can choose the spirit that suits your intentions. You will also need to bring me a blessed charm to put inside the prow. But I won't need it for many months yet. Take a look and let me know if you have any questions.
Tell me about the elk.
The elk is associated with the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. For a new beginning in distant lands, it could be quite fitting. Is this the prow you want?
I'm not sure.
Take your time.
Tell me about the horse.
The horse? A risky choice. But you can count on it to lead you quickly to port, with the proper ritual precautions, of course. Is this the prow you want?
I'm not sure.
Take your time.
Tell me about the serpent.
The snake-headed prow will ensure you dominate the waves with disconcerting ease and great stability. Is this the prow you want?
Yes.
Excellent. Then we can get started.
Jormungand, I need your strength and stability. Protect us on our travels.
Thorstein.
Yes, my Jarl?
I was childish before. In my joy at seeing you home, I wasn't ready to discuss your departure again so soon. Or see you gone for good. Please, accept this with my blessing.
Unjo, the rune of kinship.
And why not? No man has been a truer brother to me than you. It has been an honor to have you in my félag, even if this leg of the trip will be shorter. The day has finally come.
And all too soon.
Many have come before you, and many will come after. Yet, when I die, it will be your friendship that I recall as I await the opening of Valhalla.
There, we will meet again.
Go then, and the winds take you swiftly to soft lands and great riches.
May our name never be forgotten.